Welcome to Math Physics Engage. In this video, we will be looking into real-world applications of function and function notation. So before we start, I would greatly appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. So let's get started. Here, we are given that the amount of garbage produced by a city with a population P is given as G equals to F of P, where G is measured in tons per week and P is measured in thousands of people. Now, in part A, they are saying that the town of Tola has a population of 40,000 and produce 13 tons of garbage each week. And we need to express this information in terms of function f. Whereas in part B, they want us to explain the statement f of 5 equals to 2. So let's see how we can solve this. Here in part A, we are given that the town of Tola has a population of 40,000 and they produce 13 tons of garbage each week. Now, what they are asking us is to represent this information in terms of the function f here. Okay, so let's first look at the function f. So we know f of p, that is a function of a population, is equals to g, that is the garbage produced in tons per week. So in order to write our function for the town of Tola, let's first look at these variables, that g is equals to f of p. Okay, now in the problem, we know that the town population is 40,000. So our variable p is 40 because p is measured in thousands of people. Okay, so since it is thousands of people, the value of p will be 40. Now, next is the variable g here, that says it produced 13 tons of garbage each week. So we have G is equals to 13. Now, to represent this function, we just need to plug in the information that f of 40 is equals to 13. And what does that mean is that our if a town has a 40,000 people, they produce 13 tons of garbage each week. So the statement is pretty straightforward, but in order to represent that in terms of function notations, we write it in such a way and read it in such a way that 40,000 people is generating 13 tons of garbage per week here. Okay, now let's look at part B here. And they are asking us to explain the meaning of the statement f of 5 is equals to 2. So let's write this thing first, that f of 5 is equals to 2. Now going back to the function that is given to us, that f of p is equals to g here. Okay, so that means in our case, the value of g here is 2. That was 2 tons of garbage per week. Okay, and our p is 5, and that means that we have 5,000 people. Okay, so to explain this statement, it is pretty much saying that if I have a city having 5,000 people, they generate 2 tons of garbage per week.